Well, what's going on, Cardinal Nation? Well, man, a disappointing loss tonight. We lose in this one to the San Diego Padres 4-2 in the third of four. And, uh, well, it was a hard fought game. Got another solid pitching performance, this time from Dustin May, and another quality start from Dustin May. For, I believe, a fourth straight outing, a quality start. And I've mentioned after those first two starts he had, where he really struggled, gave up like 6 runs, I think. Uh, yeah, it only did not get through 4 innings in his first two starts. Since then, he's been very solid. And he would make it through 6 innings in this one despite allowing 2 runs. Uh, 3 runs, though only 2 of them were earned. Walked 2 and struck out 7, which, lowers his ERA, so nice to see that. Cardinals take a 1-0 lead in the top of the fourth. RBI double by Nathan Church, scoring Jordan Walker to put us up 1-0. And yeah, Church, who's had a very solid start to the season, didn't even know if he would make the roster or not out of spring training, and he did. I think maybe mostly because Lars Nootbaar was injured. And speaking of Nootbaar, he should be returning by the end of the month. I think should be making rehab appearances. I think next week potentially. So he's getting close to returning, which could be a big addition to our lineup. So Church will give us a 1-0 lead. The Padres were tied up 1-1 in the bottom of the fifth. Solo home run by first baseman Ty France. For France, his fourth of the year, 11th run bat in. So that would tied up 1-1. And then later in the inning, a 2-run single by Fernando Tatis Jr. to make it a 3-1 Padres lead. Of course, Tatis gave the Cardinals 4 runs on a miscue. That inside the park grand slam by Weatherholt last night was basically the difference in that one. All 6 of our runs came in that 5th inning, so that was pretty incredible. And yeah, so May minus that 5th inning, pretty solid outing. Then a scoreless 7th inning with 2 strikeouts from Justin Brule. Padres starter Randy Vasquez would make it through 5 innings, giving up just a run on 6 strikeouts. Cardinals would make it a 1-run game in the top of the 8th. Ivan Herrera, who had 4 hits last night, would make it a 3-2 game, scoring Weatherholt. He would be pinch run for with Victor Scott pinch running. And facing Mason Miller, who was attempting a 4-out save. Mason Miller's been arguably the best reliever in baseball this season. Had a long scoreless, consecutive scoreless streak come to an end recently. Then the bottom of the 8th, with Joel Pozo catching Matt Swanson on the mound. He would get Tatis to strike out, but then a solo home run by Manny Machado. That was his 375th career homer and the 200th in his career with the Padres. He's their all-time home run leader. And yes, he has a chance potentially to get to 400 home runs by the time the season ends. So, yes, that'll make it a 4-2 Padres lead. And in the 9th, Nolan Gorman with a leadoff walk. Padres had actually challenged the ball 4 call, but it was not overturned. And then Nathan Church would walk to put 2 runners on, but Thomas Saggese would strike out for the 2nd out, and Joel Pozo on an 0-2 count with the swing and a miss. However, a wild pitch would force Pozo to reach first base, so the base is loaded for J.J. Weatherholt trying to tie or give the Cardinals the lead. But unfortunately, he actually himself would use a ABS challenge, which was worth challenging at that point in the game, but it was not overturned. And on a 1-2 pitch, Weatherholt would strike out, looking on a 101 mile per hour fastball. So, disappointing loss, but we nearly, you know, got to Mason Miller and nearly tied the game, which would have been something against arguably the best reliever in baseball this season. So, but we still have a chance to take 3 of 4 from San Diego, which will be pretty amazing. It'll be Kyle Leahy getting the start tomorrow against Walker Buehler for San Diego, who's had a very rough start to the year. Leahy, who was outstanding last time out against Milwaukee. So, he's been very solid so far this season. So till then, tomorrow afternoon, how next percent go Cards.